Top of the day to you. Good morning, Chris. Lisa, good morning. Uh, yeah, good morning to the chat family. Hope you guys are all here. Jacob, good morning, buddy. Uh, Cynthia, good morning over in the Netherlands. Good or afternoon, whatever. Good afternoon, morning, and sorry. Connie, good morning. Rose, good morning, Ronnie. Kim, good morning. I overslept, guys. Good morning, Cynthia. I overslept a little bit. I didn't get up to 7:30. Got up when the baby came. Good morning, Sky. When the baby comes, I laid back down and I was out. I was out. Bamanola, good morning. Heidi, good morning. Linda, good morning, Thomas. Uh, Good morning. Thomas kept me awake last night. Some of his problems with Ronnie. Good morning. I couldn't see that name. Steve, good morning. Trish, Terry, Teresa, I'm sorry. And my eyes ain't got going good yet. Deborah Barnes, good morning. Katie, Linda, Lynn Suter, good morning. Sue Chapman, good morning. Lisa again. Lena, uh, Regina, Peggy, Dot, Barbara, good morning. Christina, whew, yeah, going fast sometimes. Uh, yeah, I was up late and watching some stuff with G, and I want to go to bed early. I want to go to bed early. I truly did. Told Ronnie last night I was going to take a shower and I'm going to go to bed early. I was tired. I worked out in my garden stuff yesterday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here, Ann. Dawn, good morning. Peggy, Jennifer. Start off with a cha 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 to get woke up. Yeah, cha cha cha. Okay. Carly, good morning. Yeah, it is my anniversary today, guys. Today, and I didn't haven't told you yet. She's still asleep. 59 years ago today. Yeah, 59 years ago today. Sure was. And that's Betty. Good morning, Betty. Uh, Stephanie, Heidi. Yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Yeah. Uh, it's been a good 59 years. Oh, you can't say you never had an argument. You know, there's been a few of them. I run away once. Ever tell y'all that story? I got mad about something. I don't even know what. Must be really been important. And I said, I'm just out of here. So I packed up everything I own. I think 3 Walmart bags. Everything I own. And me and my old dog back in was named Shasta. A sweet little old dog. And me and her went and moved to the camp house back on the river. Wintertime. Yeah, wintertime. It's cold. And didn't really have a bunch of firewood pulled up yet, but we got enough to get through the night. And we huddled up there. We kind of what they call a spoon, try to stay warm. Didn't have much cover down there either. The next day, I kind of got better prepared. I got on from work. I gathered up some firewood, had some blankets. Went to Walmart, bought me an alarm clock, a wind up, so I wouldn't oversleep. Had to work. Good morning there. Uh, yeah, and I'd drive my truck up here and jump out of the truck and leave Shasta at the house, and I'd jump in my bus, take off for work. And we could take a shower in my shop. I had a shower and everything, so I'd get there early and go in and shower before the kids got there. And so we was all set, you know. And then I'd get home that evening, I'd jump in my truck and go feed up. They had cows in a couple of different pastures. They'd come back, go straight down to the camp house. And I'd get something to eat and bring with me. Or we'd sit around the fire at night and eat peanuts. Yeah. And, 2 nights. And I was up feeding up. Yeah, Vera, we miss you, sweetie. Vera's back this morning. Good, good. She just kind of goes off sometimes, and I don't know if what's going on with her, and we worry about her. Thank you, Miss Candu. Anyway, I'm up there feeding up, and she drives up and she says, "When are you gonna stop this acting silly stuff?" And by that time, I forgot what I was mad about. And so you need to come on back home. It's supposed to get cold tonight. Dang, it's been cold. Well, you know what? Thankfully, I did because that night it dropped down in the teens, and me and my little Shasta, we'd have froze to death down there at that little wood heater. We didn't have enough wood. Oh yeah, raining. Okay. Thank you, Anna Piazza. Anna Piazza. Thank you so much, sweetie. That's so sweet of you. Uh, cool 5 in Thomas's igloo. That's not bad. Or -5. He got the bearskin rugs. He's fine. That's what Ronnie said. He can wrap up another rug. But you know, it is raining here. But listen, there's been some bad weather up north of us. Yes, they had some tornado warnings even up around where Lester lives up here, out of Livingston. And then further on up north, up Chicago and all up that way, they got storms and they had tornadoes all up that way and other states up that way. And the lady sent me some pictures of her hometown, tore all to pieces, and several people died a few days ago, and it's really bad. And they say this one here is coming through today. It's misting rain out here now. But it's going to come through today. F3 wedge tornado, yeah, I guarantee that had to be bad. It's going to hit here today about noon, the brunt of it, and then it's going to linger until about midnight. So it's going to be a washout for us. I think Ben's supposed to work with Kim today. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. It starts out raining. Kim's not going to go out there in the rain just so Ben can get a day in. You have to come back on a sunny day. Then we're going to turn cool. And I kind of dread that because I'm so used to this nice warm weather. So nice and warm. I understand that, Vicky. I understand being worried about folks. I do too. Good morning, your day will come. Good morning. That's very sweet of you, our brothers and sisters here. That's right. Britt, good morning. Jackie, thank you. Oh, little Dot's little goat has surgery tomorrow. Pray for her little goat, okay? I don't know if she's put a name on it. Dot, have you got a name on it yet? You may have told me. I may have forgot. Hey, Jersey Jeff, good morning. Yes, pray for our military. Amen to that. You know, those guys, G and I was talking about the other day, you know, you never know. You never know what you faced when you wake up in the morning or that day it's going to be. Well, we don't ever know here either, but still there, it's a whole lot more. You're exposed to a whole lot more stuff. You know, so you never know. You just got to keep prayed up, I guess, best you can. But yeah, it's supposed to be a rain out, and then it's going to turn cooler. And then I think come first next week, you guys up north are going to catch it again. We're going to get an edge of it, he said. Last night watching the news, he says, we'll catch the edge of it. So it's going to drop us down in the 40s. And so I'm not going to even worry about putting my plants out there. That's out of here. Good morning there. Yeah, they're playful. They're around here somewhere. They was in here a while ago. I keep them in at night. Little girl, Fancy, I think we call her, didn't come in the night before last. She would not come in. She played, and you start to pick her up, she take off, stop, and look at you, doing her little thing. You pick her up, you go for another. I said, okay, little girl, that's it. I'm not going to leave the door unlocked. The two boys, Simon and Monty, were in here. I said, I'm not going to leave the door open. You let sleep on the porch. And she did. She come back because they always out on the porch sleep. And she slept right there by the nightlight on the porch on that table. So she was safe. I got up the next morning, there she was. Then she was ready. Hey, Seamus, what's up, buddy boy? Then she was ready to come back in here and get breakfast. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. 97 or 87 somewhere today and 27 tomorrow. Yes, that's what messes us up. Yeah, going down to 31 in Ohio and snow. Yeah. No, that was Seamus. That was Seamus behind me. Simon may be back there somewhere. I didn't see him. And they're getting to the point, though, those little guys, that they don't want to stay in here at night. You know, they'd rather come out and play it, but I worry about them at night. And G's little cat came home. Ronnie said they had a little cat did that. And I'm going to say this, and it's not my speech, it's Ronnie's. So blame Ronnie if you got a problem with what I'm going to tell you, what they called him, what his little son was little. His name was Jonathan. Their little cat was called Kitty Cat or something like that. Just a little kitty cat, little house cat. And one day she just took off out like Goldie did and spent the night out there somewhere shacked up. That's what they do. That's what they do. Now you can paint a pretty picture if you want to. When she come back, he had changed her name. Kitty Whore. And they could not make him not say that in front of people. Don't say it. You can't talk like that. And people come in, what's your name? Well, you tell them. Or what he'd changed her name to. She'd been off trashing around. And sure enough, he said a few weeks later, a couple months, whatever, she had a closet full of cat babies. All right. But anyway, thank you. Appreciate that. Woody, don't hurt nobody, baby. Anyway, yeah, the weather's going to change, guys. And this guy's out here in the gardens and stuff. Like yesterday, I worked out there in my garden over my cucumber garden, my cucumber patch. I haven't planted yet, but I got all my cow panels drug up. Just me and Woody and Buster. Put them in place and got out my T-post. We stand them up. End to end, that'd be 32 foot. Each one of them, there'd be T-post at each end plus one in the, there'd be 5 T-posts on both sections, every 8 foot or something like that. Yeah. But anyway, so I got the post all laid out. So all I got to do is one day is go out and stand them up, drive the T-post. But I'm just going to wait till the storm's all over. And I can do it next week. In the cold, it won't matter. If it's 40 to 50 degrees, I can still do it. But I won't plant till it's a little bit better than that. But I don't think it'll last long. My niece-in-law, Beverly, sent me a message. She won't be able to be with us today. She don't think she got something she has to do. And I said, don't worry about that. It ain't like it's you got to be here. We love you to be here, but you ain't got it. You got stuff to do. You got to do it. And anyway, so she can't be here, and she said if she gets back in time, she will. If not, then she'll catch a rerun. But so anyway, I'd never known her before. Never knowed her, as they say. Knowed her. I didn't know her until I met her that day at the cemetery. She's just a sweet, sweet, sweet lady. And anyway, I invited her on, and she's come a couple times. So anyway, she shows up. Well, I'll tell her good morning. If she don't, good morning anyway. Yeah. Betsy Lou, good morning there. Peggy Coleman and Karen Owen had birthdays earlier, and they were not going to be here on Monday. So we're going to sing to them today. And anybody else that's ready for the biting? Karen and Peggy. Yeah. So anybody else out there will do you too. I planted, good morning, guys. I planted, geez, 4 o'clocks yesterday, and one side of my raised beds over here that I did cucumbers in last year. Dustin and them did, they shed them along our front porch, and they come in them big, they grow them in big old bulbs. And Dustin had pulled up most of them, or dug them up, whatever, and throwed them out there. And she said, they're still good. You go ahead and plant them. So I told her where she'd like to have them if I wasn't going to use it. So I spaced them out and made a little video doing them. And then I went back over there and I took, and you can see where they're starting to come up, some more Dustin missed. So, and there'll probably be more too. I dug them up, come back and spaced them in between those. And if we get more, then put them on the other side or something, I guess, for over there. Dot, Dot turned 62. Dot's got a birthday. That's a young lady, Dot. A young lady. Young. I was 62. I could tear the bone out, boy. I just going. Karen, don't bite your cat. She promises not to bite her cat. She's just her and her cat. So, the little cat's not going to understand. That's when you start trying to bite that little kitty. I was in a calf scramble once. Well, I was in a couple of them. One in Houston at the rodeo, and one in Liberty, the county fair. And I was at Liberty. First calf scramble I ever been in. I was about 14, I'm guessing. I was in 4-H, 12, 14, something like that. I was in 4-H. And they bring 10 calves in the one end of the arena. I mean, they're wild. They're right out of a sale barn. And little Brahma type calves, you know. And they put 20 boys on the other end on the line. And they give you a little old rope halter. I mean, if you catch a calf, put the halter on them, you got to drag it back up under that starting line. And if you do, then you don't win that calf, but there'll be a sponsor step up and say, okay, I'm going to sponsor that kid, or, you know, one of the kids, and they will buy you a registered show calf. I caught a calf. But anyway, I'm standing on that line, this old cowboy standing there. You think cowboys know everything. And I was raised around calves, you know, stuff, road calves and all kinds of stuff like that on the farm. He says, you know, boy, you catch one, you bite his ear hard as you can. He'll stand still, put the halter on it. Hey, I didn't know that. But luckily, I did. I caught one. Got it right up beside the fence. These people lined up right there by the wire, the people. And here I am. I got that calf under my arm, you know, my headlock on him. Brahma calves have big old ears. And I get that ear, I stick it in my mouth, and I bit down. It didn't make him still. It made it worse. I thought he was going to drag me around with me hanging on that ear. But I got the halter on him. I got him. I knew that guy lied to me. You're going to give, boy, the rose bushes. I planted 5 rose bushes yesterday. I sent a red, I think it was a red rose, so the picture showed red, to G, and we planted it. We did 5 over here along the Piglet's fence line, far enough away from the fence the goats can't reach through and pluck them. You may pluck 1 or 2 on the backside, but it's okay. But yeah, we planted 5 roses, and if she gets any more, we'll do them on down that fence line. You know, we don't have a lot of room over here. You know, we're kind of up in this little corner. We got Piglet and the goats here, and we got Dustin's dog yard here. And so we kind of just right in this little V-shaped corner. I'm probably going to have a little gooser's house, a small one, a little run, eventually out here somewhere in the backyard. Because if they do well, and what I want to do is pin them in at night so nothing can get them, and during the daytime let them stay out, run the yard. They don't hurt nothing. Eat a little grass and chase kids and stuff like that. Might keep them kids away. The little goose are doing good. They're doing good. And I walk in that door and say something, and here they come. Here they come. All the rose bushes she already had, she'd got from whoever or wherever and whenever, we moved them over. Ben went over and cut them all back and moved them all over, and that's what we planted. So there's 5 of them on that fence line, and there may be more eventually. I don't know. If not, I'll plant something over there. Now, I'm not going to plant no pot, Rodney. Rodney, I worry about you and them pots. Okay, yeah, geese do hurt. You know what? I'm told they do. I'm told they do. They hurt when they bite you. These out here that come visit every morning have never attacked nobody, and they're really funny. I love them. They get out here and they stand out there until I come out and feed, and they get loud. They get loud. Sometimes they get, good morning, Lester. Good morning, bud. Hope you're feeling good. Sometimes they get loud and they get upset because I haven't come out and they walk back home. But the minute that I come out, then they see me. Here they come again. Yeah, good morning, bud. I had a chat with Lester yesterday. I love him to death. He's going to be okay. He said he's going to be okay. I don't like him up there. Be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you, Lester. I don't like you up there by yourself. I worry about you. I worry about you up there getting hurt somehow and you're by yourself. It's okay when Jamie's there, but when she's not, I worry about him. And you got the crazy old bull up there. That bull. I'm sorry, bud, but he'd have to go. I couldn't have something like that around here. I'd be in fear going outside. Anyway, I want to build them a little shelter around here when they get older, if they do well, and just at night close them in. At daytime, let them out. Let's let them run the yard. I think they'd be kind of cute. Little gooses. And she says, you can't call them gooses. You got to call them geese. I said, no, there's 3 of them, baby. I went to school, Plum Grove. And we was taught plural used to add an S or ES to it. ES, yeah, Ronnie add ES's to it. It's gooses. There you go. Anyway, I hope he's cautious. I hope he's cautious up there. I do. I truly do, because I worry about it. I know the first day Dustin come over to work in the house, and he drove up, and those geese were waiting on me. And he pulled up beside my truck. And he got out, and they're go, 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 go. Okay, you know how they do. And it scared him. And he jumped back, get back. They ain't going to hurt you. They want to eat. One of them is the brown geese, or whatever you call them. They're gray geese. One of them's from that one. And then the other 2 are the plain white. They're yellow now, but they'll be white. So but now the little brown one don't have a mate, so if she lays again, her eggs, unless they cross, is not going to be fertile. But she is a girl. The other 2 went back to LE's. And I'm guessing she laid before they left, I guess. And some of the eggs weren't any good. We went through, I kept 8 or 9 eggs in my incubator. And now I wasn't for sure about candling. I'd never done that before. I always just let them run their course, But I did get my charts out, and I looked it all up, and I studied it and said, okay, I can do that. So in the little incubator, that little chick Cozy has a little candle light on it. It's push a button, it it's bright, you know. You set the egg on it, turn it all right, and sure enough, two or three of them were just clear as a bell. There wasn't nothing in them, no, nothing's making. So I got rid of those. I had a couple of them leaked, and they would have probably eventually burst, and that would have been nasty. But you can see a little leak coming on them. I got rid of them. And anyway, got down to three, and those three kept showing what the chart showed to be good. And sure enough, the chart was right. The chart was right. You won't be, you'd be so surprised. I mean, I was so surprised when I walked in that morning, and there's this little goose. He's all wobbly and everything, but the minute I said something, his little head turned around. He was trying to look at me. And it wasn't no time he got up, got going, he come to the glass. And he's right there, and I just talked to him. He just listened. Yeah, they connect. They connect with you. They bond with your voice, I think. I hope. I hope. Carla Kay, something going on with you this morning? Got you on the prayer list here, sweetie? Got Carla Kay on here. We'll go over our prayer list here in a few minutes. We got a lot of folks on here, guys. A lot of people, but you know what? That tells me people believe in prayer, and that's what it takes. And we're gonna pray for them. We sure will. And your pets too. You know, we pray for pets on here. Yeah, the weather, tornado watch. Starting up around here around noonish, I think, and it's going to last up to about midnight before it passes on through here. Deb has a birthday on Thursday. We'll sing to her on Friday. Yeah, you missed the hatching of the geese. Got three little ones. They'll be on my video, I think, maybe tomorrow, somewhere in that neighborhood. I was a couple of videos ahead. I was trying to get try to stay one or two ahead, because sometimes I get behind, and then I try to make sure I have something for you besides just sitting on the porch drinking coffee. I like doing that too. Thank you there, Stephanie. Thank you. Roberta's up in northern Indiana. She's going through some of them storms too. I think Roberta's by herself. And, you know, it's worse when you're by yourself and you don't know what's going on. You know, and the storms or thunder, the light, and the wind's blowing. It can be frightening even with people with you, but it's worse, I think, if you're by yourself. You know, I know my grandpa and my grandma lived over towards Splendora, and when these old bad storms would come, they were elderly, and they were elderly, and they would get scared, and they'd call my mom, and my mom would drive over and get them sometimes and bring them over to stay with us. The storms went through. It was just scary to them. I remember once I worked for the light company, and right in front of their house, the transformer blowed. And they were in the dark, and they called my mom, and my mom calls the light company for them, you know, and stuff. And we get a call out. I didn't know where it was about. You know, we had to go replace the transformer. It was raining, and still a little bit of light in the area, but it calmed down some. And we got down there, sure enough, right in front of their house. And my mom had to go over and sit with them till they got the lights turned back on, because they started going to bring them home with her. They're scared over in the dark. And here's folks have been raised with no lights, you know, all their lives. But now they had lights. You get to depend on them lights. You get to depending on them. You know, we need them lights. We need that TV. And here I go with my sales pitch. That's what I like about their little solar generator, because we've had to go through it before. The lights go out and you stumble around in the middle of the night with flashlights, or set up a little light, or even a lantern or something, or lamp in a room where it kind of gives enough light to see to get to the bathroom, or go to the kitchen or whatever. We've done that many times. And now I just plug one in, and we got lights and telephone and at least TV. We can keep up with what's going on for a while anyway. Uh, yeah, keep all those folks in prayers, guys. Keep them in your prayers. They Those summer storms get bad in next week. There's some of them going to be dumped on all that snow and that ice again. I thought Vera was here a while ago. I haven't seen her. I thought I saw her come on. Vera, you here? You and Man's here? There you go, Mary. Have flashlights handy, sweetie. We have flashlights in our bedrooms. Just have the lights go off. At least we can get in there to plug something in. We sure can. Thank you so much there. Thank y'all. Appreciate that. So anyway, we're gonna run over the prayer list real quick, guys. Get that done. And it's a long list. It's a long list. It's okay. And I keep saying, I get time. I'm going to do it this morning. I've got to go help my friend on this tractor. I'm not a mechanic. Not a mechanic. I should tell him. Larry called me and said, I can't get my tractor to start. He told me some things going on about it. I said, okay. It sounds like he had run out of fuel or changed his filters and stuff. I said, I think it's a diesel. You probably got air in your lines and got to bleed them. Well, I don't know how to bleed them. Okay. I'll come up and help you do that this morning. And I should have said, call Walter Krennick. Y'all guys remember Lester got me that new tractor. I had two old tractors. And Lester and all of them made fun. He said, Dad's got two tractors, two trucks, two lawnmowers. Well, I had one in case one didn't want to go. You know how I did. Well, he said, Dad, I'll get you a new tractor. Don't worry, keep working on them things. And he did. And I love it. Got air conditioning. And got a heater. I love it. So Walter Krennick, I didn't want to chuck him out and see him go to trash, and he rebuilds tractors and puts them in parades and stuff and shows them, it's a hobby. And he lives out here around Waco. And I talked to his wife. She said he would love to put them, redo them, make them look like new. I said, come get them. And he did. And I loved that guy. Him and his wife, so sweet. The only thing was about Walter, he come in my door. He's a stranger. Sweet people. They come in and you invite them in and talking to them and stuff, him and his wife, and she's a sweetheart. And he looks up and says, whoa, those steep stairs. I've been trying to tell G all these years that was normal. Yeah, they were steep. There's only a certain amount of space. You can't be level. You got to be more like that. Woo, them are steep. Walter, get out of here. Take the tractors and go. But he took them tractors home. Big Red looks like a brand new tractor. He took it down to the very littlest parts. Took it down to nothing. Cleaned it all up. New seals, new bearings, excuse me. Sandblasted everything and repainted it. Put new decals on it. New tires. And it looks like a brand new tractor. Took a lot of money, a lot of time, but he likes doing that's his hobby. He's retired trucker, and so now he started on old blue, and I can't wait to see it. But he's done 2 or 3 in between for other people. He makes a little bit of money restoring their tractors for them. Some motors froze up, locked up. Had to take them completely down to nothing. Clean all that up. Yeah, he's awesome. But anyway, I should have told Larry, call Walter. He'll walk you through it. But anyway, I'll go up and do it. Let's look at this prayer list here. If you ever want to watch some of Walter's stuff, hang on. Don't y'all run off like that. Don't ever take off like that. If you ever want to see some of the stuff he does, it's on YouTube, Walter Krennick. All right, here we go. We got Deanne, Hatari, and Larry, and Fabian, and Susan. Keep Susan in our prayers. She's recovering. Pamela, Gabe, Doris, Vienna, Mike, my brother Bob, Spencer, Dorothy, Reba, Amy, Jerry, Cheryl, Charlotte, Cookie, Nina, and Leanne. Shelly, yeah, I just pray for all of them. Wendy, Pamela, Justin, and Debbie, Tracy, and Josephine, and my son Lester, our girl Jill, Dustin's wife, Michael, and then Michelle, and Renee, and Sandra, and Asandra also, Erica, Jennifer, and Elizabeth, and James, Jay Lee, Fran, George, and Diane, Cynthia, and Cindy, Laurie, Jamie. Remember Jamie? She's on a trip. Molly, Margaret, Jackie, Stephanie, Trish, Shelby, Cindy, Marie, Richard, Roberta, Charlie, and Eric, and their brothers, Jackie, Carla Kay, Lenny, Tim, Bree, Nancy, Bernice, Scott, Lee, and Amber, Kay, Cole, Peter. I ain't through. Shauna and Gloria, and Hatbox Girl, and Dorothy. Okay, that's it. Maybe more. I got a few names smudged. I can't see them, and I really need to clean this slate off. Just wipe it all off and start over, because some of them are just, I can't see what their names are, and I feel bad leaving them out. Start over, and someone says, don't write them on the board. Get you a little notebook paper, and that way you do them and they don't smudge. And then people come along and say, okay, I'm good now. I can just mark them out. Might try that. Hey, T-Dog, no Tiki. All right, don't forget our pets. Here we go, real quick. Got Bo, Baby, and Buster, and Haley, and Bubba, Cooper, Roxy, Max, and Hank, and Ritzy, Willow, Dirt, and Pearl, and Rex. Now, the next thing up will be our birthday girls. Or boys, don't matter. Okay, so if you have a birthday yesterday or today, or tomorrow, if you want me to do it today, let me know your name. We'll put you on the list. And get your mouthpiece. The best thing is a sock. You stick a sock in your mouth. If you got a sock in your mouth, you can't bite nobody. Okay? All right. Mike has a birthday. Okay, we ain't got to worry about Mike. Boys don't have that problem. And you know, I have proof about it. It does happen. I have proof. I've showed y'all. In fact, I showed y'all. You know, Carla and her husband Seth. That's proof right there. He's scared to death. Getting bit again. All right. Prayers for Nurse Judy. Okay. Has cardiac surgery. Nurse Judy. Yes, amen to that. And Julie, I think that's prayers for Julie, not birthday. Yeah, get your backyards ready. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. I'll get all loosened up here. Sister Gail, your sister Gail. Is Gail a biter? Is she a biter? You may want to warn her. You may want to warn her. Okay. Winds are blowing hard up there. Yeah, they say it's going to be some tough little storm. I say little storm blowing through. That thing stretches. Yesterday it was all out into West Texas, out in the hill country. They was having some tornadoes and stuff out that way and heavy rain. And then some of it stretched over into coming up closer to Livingston last night, I saw. Uh, and I think by noon it's going to be here. And Ben is supposed to work with Kim today, and I don't know if that's going to happen. Uh, he's supposed to be there early and try to get it done before it rains. She's got some raised beds, I may have told y'all, that she don't want to use no more. And she wants them out of her yard, and they're too heavy for her to move around. And so I told her, instead of Ben working with me, he can come work with her today and get them things out of the yard and get them out in that back pasture, stack them up, and then I get Bree or somebody come down with a tractor with forks, and we can move them and bring them up here and stack them. Somebody wants to use them, fine. If not, eventually go to the burn pile or something. But or cut them apart and use that lumber, 2x12s. Or be some good lumber. Yeah. Kim had thought about that, but she'd be cutting them apart. All right, here we go. Our song. I'm ready. Y'all ready? Here we go. Remember, a sock. Stick a sock in your mouth. That way you can't hurt nobody. Here we go. We got Dot, Karen, Peggy, Gail, and Mike. Anybody else? Quickly. To my wife, too. I go in, but I ain't worried about her biting herself on that kind of song. She might say, oh, 59 years old, Lord. What? How did I make it? Yeah, baby. How did I make it? So anyway, I'm going to do that real quick for her. Okay? She ain't listening, but it don't matter. All right. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, my Gigi. Happy anniversary to you. Cha, cha, cha. Yeah, she didn't hear it. But I go in and she's biting on the dogs. poor little tiki dog. All right, here we go. Buster ain't going to stand for it. All right. Here we go. Got songs for our birthdays. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I'm going to do two songs. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dot, Karen, and Peggy. Happy birthday to you. Cha, cha, cha. Now, we got Gail and Mike. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Gail and Mike. Happy birthday to you. Cha, cha, cha. There we go. Now, if there's any biting going on, y'all was warned. Y'all have been warned. All right. So, I told you I woke up late. Very unorganized. You know I'm an organized man. I had such a good time yesterday. The weather was perfect. I had Ben go over and dig the rose bushes up, cut them back and dig them up and bring them over, and I showed him where to put them. And then I went to the barnyard, got a little bit of barnyard fertilizer, kind of put it down around the roots, give them a little boost. When you transplant like that, sometimes they need something. We planted them and I watered them all in, and so they got them going. I forgot Debbie. Whoa! All right, Debbie, you hang on. We forgot Debbie. Thank you, Dot. I do forget sometimes. Thank you, Carla. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, sweetie. And I'm not going to talk about you no more. You know I am. All right. Happy birthday to you. We're going to do Debbie, okay? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Debbie. Happy birthday to you. Someone had an anniversary, and I didn't get to see it. Cha, cha, cha. And I didn't see who it was. Whoever it was. My anniversary plans. We don't get to do a whole lot during the week because we have babies every day, and we maybe get to do something this weekend. Uh, she says she's not. We'll go out and eat one day for sure, and we will go to a movie. We may have to wait whenever we don't have kids. We will do something like take in a movie and go eat in a nice place. Yeah, thank you so much. Uh, but as far as today, when you got children, babies, we got a baby every day, 5 days a week. So, our big kids can go with us. It's not a big deal, you know. Uh, Big kids can just go with us, but it's hard to take a baby into restaurants and stuff, and they get a little bit irritated sitting there looking around. Now, that little blanket there might not. She might smile the whole time she's in there. Then again, she might not. My kids are always good, seriously, when we went places. Uh, we didn't go out and eat a lot, but when we went, they were always good kids. Yeah, I was real proud of my kids. Their mama raised them basically, but she did a good job. Did a good job. I was never home. Uh, but my plans today is I go hit my friend, get him straightened out on that tractor. Hopefully I can, and then I'll just come back and do my regular stuff around here. Not going to be working outside this afternoon for sure. I know that if that storm comes in, but I'll have everything all fed up. We'll be ready for it. Yeah, Dakota Bear give you a run for your money. But she's not bad. You go somewhere. Dakota Bear's sweet. She's a good kid. Carly might get a little bit. She'll show a little drama if something don't work right. She's a little drama queen. Dakota Bear kind of takes it in stride. Roberta, your shoulder hurts. Sweetie, I hope and pray it gets better. Uh, Thanks so much, Kimmy. Appreciate that. Uh, yeah, gee, seriously, some of these girls, these young generations, they can't go shopping with their kids. Oh, I can't take them. Uh, Something at Taco Bell. I like tacos. Uh, Walmart makes a good little taco. It's little cheap tacos. They're two for $1.50. Something like that. They're cheap, but they're good. Actually, good little tacos. Put a little hot sauce on them. Yeah, some chips. But the younger folks, they don't want to take their kids shopping because they won't act right. They get loud or whatever. I remember G took our 4, and she'd go with my sister-in-law who had 3. Now here's 2 women going down an aisle with 7 little kids dragging along with them. And they never caused a problem. They didn't drag stuff off the shelves and stuff, They might look at stuff, want stuff, but they never pitched a fit if they couldn't get it. Yeah, they did it, and they did it all the time. So they was raised to be pretty good kids. They may have had to threaten their life before they went to the door. I don't know. But now Levi, different case. Here, different case of Levi. Kim would take him, and just stay in the middle of the aisle, or he won't start getting stuff off the shelves. He start loading up. Yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah, Karen, I hope you have a great birthday, sweetie. You and Dot and all you ladies there, and Peggy, Gail, and old Mike. Uh, yeah, I hope y'all have a great birthday. I know Dot will be working. We all work on our birthday. You see these people get off. They get off on their birthday, get off. We never got off teaching school. You were right on working. You might luck out though when somebody bring you a cake, be in the teacher's lounge. I got a good story about that. Yeah. A friend of mine, and he's passed away now. Name was Sam. He's an older guy. Sam was always joking. He's just a joker. And somebody had brought this cake to the teacher's lounge, and and uh, and teachers could go in big cake and get them a slice whenever they wanted to, you know. And Sam had went in there. He worked in maintenance. He's over there doing some maintenance work. And he found this old stuff or brought some stuff from home. It's some kind of a chemical plant. This stuff stunk. It smelled like, you know what, horrible, horrible stench. And he went in there and put a little bit on a napkin and put over out of the way. Not on the stack of napkins, but somewhere out of the way. But the whole room smelled bad. And then he got him a piece of cake and went on about his business. And they were doing some work in the school. And later he'd go back and get another piece. Teachers would walk in the door and smell that smell, and they turn right, get right back out. And I guess it was kind of, they'd be, oh, I hope somebody don't come in when I'm standing here. They'll think, you know, I did something. You know what I'm saying? And so that cake, I think Sam probably ate the whole cake all day long because of that smell in there. He knew what it was. It wouldn't bother him. All right. Uh, yeah, Sam. A lot of stories about Sam. Sam got a deposit once into his account, like $50,000. Well, it was a bank mistake. Okay, it was Sam never made $50,000 in his life, but all of a sudden he called the bank and said, "My account shows in." I said, "Yes, sir, that's correct." Okay, he started buying stuff, not big stuff. Uh, but I think he spent several $1,000s before the bank caught it. They notified him, you know, we got to have that money back. I ain't got it all. Well, you got to pay it back. You had to go up and get a loan to pay it back. You'd think it's their mistake, but it didn't work that way with Sam. Yeah. I wouldn't have spent it. I don't think it's right. I'm going to let it lay there for a year or two. You taught special ed? I taught a shop class. And you know, sometimes I have to try to help Ronnie with his spelling because even though I was a shop teacher, you know, we do a little bit of education. You have to have a little bit of education to do that. And Ronnie sent me a message one time, called me a name. And if you're going to call somebody a name, at least know how to spell it. You know, he says, he called me a how, How. Well, I know what he's trying to say. He's trying to say Hoe. Called me a hoe. I don't know. So I corrected him. And then I really got to cuss him. Being an educator. Yeah, I had to tell him how to spell it. And now and then I still have to correct him a little bit, just off and on. I love teaching. Lester and a teacher, retired from teaching. Tina's still teaching. Tina needs, I think she says 3 or 4 more years, something like that. She can retire. She probably won't because Rob can't retire yet. And when he retires, I think they'll probably stay out in Uvalde a lot, maybe even move out there. I don't know if it will or not, or just go out there a lot, just, you know, travel around stuff. But he can't retire yet. But I liked teaching. I like teaching what I taught. And it got down toward the end, though, when maybe I just had done it long. I taught it for 20 years. And probably the last 3 or 4 years was kind of nerve-wracking because I ain't got nothing against girls. Nothing against girls. They started putting a lot of little girls out there in my class, 8th grade girls. And when the girls come into a shop class, boys stop working because they're not going to get sweaty because they got to be able to flirt with them girls. The little girls constantly doing, you know, this stuff, you know, and then little boys, you know what I'm saying. And so a lot of our good projects we had all over the district, you could only take certain classes because of that very problem. But then you also had girls that outworked the boys, so it's really kind of it got to be kind of an issue. Uh, you couldn't just plan a project somewhere. We've worked all over the district doing stuff for different campuses. Uh, you couldn't just plan your day. That's what we're going to do today. You got to look at different classes, you know. But I loved it. I did. I liked it. But I was ready to retire when my time come and that state sent me that little letter says you can retire. Okay, okay. But I kept driving a bus. I drove a bus for another, I don't know, 11 or 12 years, something like that, maybe longer. I'd have to figure it up. But yeah, because I worked 41 years. So I drove the bus another 21 years, I guess, after that. Yeah, 21 more years on a bus. 11 of them was on a special needs bus, and that was the best ever. Because those little guys are so sweet. And and they you know you have so much fun with them, you know. And I had a lady that took care of them, and all I had to do was drive, and you know, but we had a lot of fun. She would sing to them and tell them stories, and they were all ears. They wanted to hear everything. And Levi rode my bus, and that made it even better. And Levi loved to sing, and he'd come on there and want to start singing about, you know, some kind of Hank Williams song or something, you know. And, oh yeah, it was great. And sometimes I start picking at him, you know, and this little lady that worked with me, this little small petite lady, sweet little lady, she's passed away now, God love her. But her name was Lady. And I say, Levi, ain't you gonna hug Lady? And she said, no, no, no. And old Levi's crunch. And I said, you gotta hug him tight, Levi, crunch. You hear her bones popping. She said, Gene, Mara, I'm gonna kill you. But I had so much fun. But he'd get to picking and I'd get to picking, and next thing you know, we had a lot of fun with Levi. A lot of fun with Levi. He's fun. But he'd get upset now and then with something at school. And she'd calm him down. She'd sing to him, talk to him. He'd kind of calm down a little bit. But I love driving that bus for those children. Any little thing you did for them, they appreciated it. I think just whatever it was, they loved it, and they were fun. But finally, we had COVID come along, and I never went back after COVID. I got used to staying home, and I liked it. Come on, you get up here. Get up here. Say hello. My name's Simon. Get up. Take off, Simon. But yeah, I enjoyed it. When I got after COVID, I said I'm not going back. You know, and I think seriously, tell you quick story, and I'm out of here. A fella we didn't know anything about COVID, and a gentleman that worked with us driving the bus got coughing and fever, and he had real weak one day at work. It was right before the Christmas holidays. In fact, he come to work, he had burned up a fever, and the boss said, you can't drive, you need to go back home, and we'll get somebody to drive your route. And they sent him home. He died a couple of days later. Yeah. And over the holidays. So, and over the holidays, I got sick. Now, I'm not saying it's COVID, you know, I don't know. But I got sick as a dog. I had fever, chills. I think it was like New Year's Eve. And Gia and all of them going over to dance for some kind of shindig or whatever, games, whatever. And she says, you guys said, no, I'm not going. I don't feel like going. I can't, you know. And I get fever, I get chills. But I doctored through it for 3 or 4 days, and it finally cleared up. Maybe just a touch of the flu, I don't know. But I always wondered, did that fella die from COVID? Or was it just, you know, pneumonia, something like that? Because right after that is when they come up with this COVID stuff. And sure enough, they stopped school, and I never went back. When it was time to go back, I said, I'm not coming back. I'm going to sit here, hang out with the family. All right, guys, we've been here long enough, and we'll get out of here. I'm going to go and told Larry I'd come up and try to hit him about 9 o'clock, and I'm going to run up there and hit him, get him going if I can, get back, feet up before the rain gets here. I hope y'all have a great day. Stay safe, stay warm. Now, guys, it's going to get cold up there. It's going to be some bad weather coming. You got to stay warm, stay in, don't get on the roads if you don't got to. Who missed a birthday song? Somebody missed a birthday. You have a birthday and we didn't get you? Hey, tell me quick. Stay dry. Yeah, stay dry. Sky, you have a great day. I love y'all. Enjoy this there with you guys 3 days a week. Y'all take care. Thank you for the anniversary gifts and the good wishes. I appreciate it. And you're welcome, Peggy. You're so welcome. I love you. I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.